What's up, guys? It's Sergeant Jones, and I'm bringing you a gameplay on the map Hard Hat using the PP9MO1 with a P90 secondary. This is like a very lethal class. You can call it noobish, but you know what? I use whatever gun I want. People will complain about, oh my god, he's using the dual FMG9s! Or, oh my god, he's a rapid fire noob! Like, dude, get over it. Either quit complaining or use the gun yourself. It's not like the gun, you're not able to use the gun. I mean, everybody has the choice to use the gun. Once they unlock it, they have permission to use that gun. It's in the game for a reason, to use it. And you know what? Just for people doing that, I made a series called NoobTuber Tuesday. So what's that going to be? NoobTubes uploaded on Tuesday. So that's going to be starting next week, probably. Well, this upcoming week, this upcoming Tuesday, the closest Tuesday is probably more than likely when the first episode is going to be up. It's going to be using whatever NoobTube. Everything's going to be NoobTube. The only time I'm going to use a normal gun is if I'm out of NoobTube. I'm going to have a NoobTube on my gun. I'm going to have a secondary NoobTube. And I'm not constantly going to use the semi-automatic NoobTube. I'm going to use the other NoobTube so it's not the same thing every week. Also, now that the patch is out, so the corrupt data is fixed, and also, honestly, if you want me to be honest, I downloaded Homebrew, so I can back up my files. So just in case for some reason the patch is not, if the patch did not fix the corrupt data, I still have Homebrew. I can back it up before I get on and still have that. What was I gonna say? I forget. Oh, anyways, now that the patch is out, and supposedly I have not experienced the freeze since the patch, so I don't know. The patch, I'm saying patch a lot, but the corrupt data is fixed. So after my Juggernaut with Every Gun show, which by the way, the Juggernaut with Every Gun show, there's one uploading right now. It might be done. This is going to be the last one using the support Juggernaut after this. Now that the patch is out, it's going to be easier. I'm going to use the Assault Juggernaut after this ACR. So it's going to be the Assault Juggernaut. Same rules, Assault Juggernaut, except there's not going to be a death limit because if I die, I have to restart. So there's that. And something I really wanted to talk about is I went to my first IMAX movie. I don't go to movies a whole lot, so when I say IMAX, I mean 3D. I've seen like 3D movies, like when I was a little kid, they say, "Ooh, buy this 3D movie and just put on these flimsy 3D glasses." But I went. It's the place called the Whitaker Center here in Pennsylvania. It's in Harrisburg. I don't know if there's a Whitaker Center anywhere else or if it's just in Harrisburg, but more than likely there is different places like the Whitaker Center. The Whitaker Center is basically a Scientology. I don't really know if it's Scientology, but it's a science center where it has a whole bunch of scientific stuff and things of that nature. I know when I lived back in Las Vegas, there was a place around there, I forget what it's called, but it was just like the Whitaker Center. It had some more stuff, but it was just like the Whitaker Center. This is my third time being to the Whitaker Center, but the first time going into the IMAX theater. And like I said, it was a 3D movie, and it was Born to Be Wild. And I really liked this movie because I love animals. I love learning about animals. I love animals, period. Like, if you don't know, I have 2 potbelly pigs. I have 2 sheep. I have 2 rats. And I have 2 guinea pigs. And I have a dog. Which soon, the guinea pigs I'm trying to get rid of, to be honest, because they are fucking messy as shit. So if I get rid of the guinea pigs, the rats will have a bigger cage, and I will have 4 rats. Or maybe 5, 6 max. So, I really like this movie. It was about these 2 ladies, I forget their name, but they're pretty old right now. They've been doing it for a long time. One lady was somewhere in Kenya, I think. I'm not exactly sure. She rescued baby elephants that their mothers were poached, and basically if their mothers are poached, they're gonna die because they can't get the milk and the nutrients they need. So if their mothers were poached, they'd go in, take the elephant from, because no other elephant will take care of the baby elephant except for its mother. So basically she's saving the elephants, and she only keeps them as long as they needed to be kept. So once they reach that point where they can be out on the wild by themselves, they put them in like a halfway point type thing. So once they're out of the, I guess it'd be called a nursery, I guess. They have that, they play with them, get them ready for the wild, and then once they reach that age where they could be independent enough, still need human interaction and human help, but be independent enough to not have as much, they put them in kind of a halfway point type thing, where it's a big enclosure where they stay. And then after they stay so long in there and they grow up and learn even more while they're in that safe haven enclosure, then they're in the wild where everything is, where the lions and tigers and bears oh my are. And this other lady, she did the same thing except for orangutans. And there is a difference between orangutans and chimpanzees, and even then I don't think they were orangutans. I forget, I'm pretty sure they're orangutans, especially because they're orangish fur color. But she did that for them. And they seem to, well, obviously they really liked it. It's not like they said they went to a clinic, I don't know if it's called a clinic, I don't fucking know. But went wherever and said, hey, can you get me a job where I'm saving animals? No. They chose, like, these animals need my help, I'm gonna help them. And that's what they did their lives. I don't know if they're making any revenue off of it, which honestly, I would think I would need to gain revenue off of it somehow, because I'm saving the population of the world's animals. Not really revenue in order for me to gain, but revenue to have upkeep for the animals, such as the bedding being like hay and food and such. So that was really cool, and just what they did was really cool. It'd be really cool to do that. And then I'm not. Yeah, if you haven't noticed by now, I'm not talking about the gameplay whatsoever. How long is the gameplay, real quick? Let me check, because I think by now we are on a different video, because this will have to be split. Because this is 7 minutes right now. Let me just go here, open this up. Okay, no, it's not. So this is going to be split up into 2, obviously, because this is 7:30 and the gameplay is 8 minutes. So anyways, the thing is, like I said, it was my first 3D movie, and it looked really good. It like literally looked 3D. And what was annoying to me, there was one thing that was annoying. In the very beginning, I guess they did this for the purpose of showing you how 3D it could be. They were like doing a countdown type thing, and the numbers were rushing at you, and that fucking like tickled my eyes. I don't know how to describe it. That's the best way to describe it. It didn't hurt my eyes, but it was like a tickle feeling. I don't know how else to describe it. It wasn't a good feeling, it wasn't a bad feeling, but it was like a tickle. But so I'm watching the movie, and it literally looked like you were right there, because like